Hey, boys and girls, are you ready? Oh, just lost my bookmark. To continue with Junie B. Jones and that meanie Jim's birthday. Now, before we begin, what had happened? We read chapter 3 yesterday, and Junie B. has still not found a way. She's very upset that she's not invited to Jim's party. She thought the solution would be to move her birthday forward. So her birthday is in the summer. She wants to have it now so that she can invite everybody and she won't be excluded from that mean Jim. And Grandma said, don't let him get your goat. And she really thought that meant she was going to get a goat. Well, that's just a saying. That's a saying that grown-ups say, like, don't let him get you upset. Don't let him get your goat. So that was kind of funny how Junie B. Jones just thought that that was for real, that she really had a goat. So let's continue. Ready? Chapter 4, Moving. The next morning, I didn't get out of bed. Not even when Mother hollered, "Time for breakfast." She came into my room. "Didn't you hear me, Junie B? It's time to eat," she said. I looked up from my pillow. "Yeah, only I'm not even hungry. Plus also, I'm moving today," I said. Mother smiled. She sat on my bed. "You're moving, huh?" she asked. "And exactly where will you be going?" I did my shoulders up and down. "Somewhere," I said. "Somewhere where?" she asked. Somewhere not here, that's where," I said. Mother hugged me. "It's still about Jim's birthday party, isn't it?" she said. "You're still worried you're not going to be getting an invitation." "No, I'm not," I said, "on account of I'm not going to that school anymore, on account of I'm moving today." Mother shook her head. Then she went out of my room and she and Daddy did whispering in the hall. Pretty soon, Daddy came in. He gave me a big piggyback ride to the kitchen. Then Mother made my favorite hot cereal, and she let me have all the brown sugar I wanted. She sat down next to me. And there's Dad with the piggyback. "You know, Junie B., Jim is only doing this to hurt your feelings," she said. "He just wants to get a reaction from you, that's all." "Sure he does," said Daddy. "And when someone is trying to hurt your feelings, there's only one way to get back at them. You have to pretend you don't care," said Mother. You have to pretend you don't even want to go to the party. Because if you pretend you don't want to go, it will take all the fun out of it for him. Daddy winked. "You can do that, can't you?" he asked. "You're the best little pretender in the whole world." Just then, my face lighted up, 'cause that word gave me a great idea. "Hey, I just figured out where I can move to. It's called A Small World after all, and it's at Disneyland. Remember that, Daddy? It's where all those puppets kept on singing that same song over and over again." I smiled. "That would be a happy place to live, don't you think?" Daddy looked at me a real long time. Then he put his head down on the table and he started knocking it on the edge. Mother pulled him up from there. They went into the hall and did more whispering. After a while, Mother called to me from her bedroom. "Junie B., can you pick up the phone, please? It's your grandfather. He wants to talk to you for a minute." I picked up the phone. "Hello?" "Hello yourself, little girl," said my grandpa, Frank Miller. "What you up to this morning?" "I'm moving," I told him. Grandpa Miller sounded upset. "Moving," he said. "Oh, no, you can't be moving. If you move, then you won't be able to come over to my house on Saturday." I crinkled my eyebrows at him, 'cause his conversation smelled fishy, that's why. "Yeah, only how come you want me to come to your house?" I asked. "And how come it has to be on Saturday?" "Because Saturday's the day I'm going to do work around here, remember?" he said. "You're still my little helper, aren't you?" I thought very careful. "Yes," I said. On account of sometimes I help Grandpa fix stuff. It's called odd jobs, I think. Are you doing odd jobs? I asked him. Is that why you want me to come over? Sure, I'm doing odd jobs, said Grandpa, but I can't remember them without my helper. But I can't do them without my helper, can I? And you're the one who wears the tool belt, aren't you? I smiled very proud, because Grandpa Miller's tool belt is the best thing I love. It has a jillion tools hanging off that thing. It wraps around me 2 whole times, and I don't even cave in. Just then, Grandpa Miller made his voice real quiet. You haven't even heard the best part, he whispered, because guess what I'm going to be fixing? I whispered back at him, what? Then Grandpa Miller said for me to hang on a minute, on account of he wanted to close his door, or else Grandma might hear. If your grandma hears, she'll want to be my helper instead of you, he said. I waited very patient. Ready, he said. Ready, I said. Okay, I'm going to be fixing the upstairs toilet. Just then my mouth came all the way open, because fixing the upstairs toilet is a dream come true. That's why. Are you going to take the lid off the top, Grandpa? Are you going to keep flushing it and flushing it? Are you going to watch all the water go down out of that thing? I asked. Sure I am. Of course I am. That's half the fun of fixing the toilet, right? He said. Right, I said, very excited. Plus also, I love that big ball that floats on the top. Me too, said Grandpa. I love that big ball too. And so I can count on you, can't I? You and I have a date on Saturday, right? I thought some more. Yeah, only I think there's something you forgot, Grandpa. What? He asked. What did I forget, little girl? I raised my eyebrows at that silly head. You forgot that I'm moving today. Oh no, Junie B. She is not giving up. Okay, we'll stop there.